Hello, and thank you for checking in. My name is Jarrell. I'm from Sungrand, and I develop the Silver Falls games. I want to thank you for supporting the Silver Falls titles, and especially supporting Ghoul Busters, which launched on the Nintendo 3DS eShop last week. We do have a patch that hopefully should launch soon, which addresses the issues in Stage 2-3. This video is going to be just a very honest, very open check-in to let you know how things are going. I want to apologize for language and wording that I used in some previous videos that would have been misleading. And I want to clarify that any challenges that our games face in terms of being approved, it has nothing to do with Nintendo. It's not Nintendo's fault. It's entirely my responsibility as a developer. And any reason why the games would be rejected or approved, it's not down to Nintendo. I tried to respond to as many people as I could, but my time is limited as I'm working on these games. So I want to clarify any issues that our games would have had being accepted by Nintendo. It is down to the design of our games, and so it's just an iterative process where I have to keep improving and fine-tuning the games until they're safe for everyone, and there's no risk that you might accidentally drop your controller or any situation that wouldn't adhere to safety guidelines. So that's the clarification on that. Um, any rejection that we would have faced would have been my responsibility in terms of the design of the games, and that's something that we have been continuing to work on to make sure these games are the best that they can be. So, down to the title of the video. Um, not all of the 3 Down Stars games that we've announced, the final 7, um, it's not entirely 100% likely that they will all launch on the Wii U and 3DS. Here we go. This is my personal check-in. I'm not doing great. As you may have guessed, since the beginning of the year, I've been working tirelessly, a brutal, furious pace at developing these titles. I've been working on these 7 titles, but there are 3 that still, the launch day versions are, I'm still working on them and finishing them, but it's taken me too long. I suspected that um, I would be able to recover from the heavy workload that I worked earlier in the year, and I believed that if I just uh, I guess if I believed in myself, I had a healthy diet, and I worked at a pace that was manageable, I assumed that I would be able to recover my health and that I would be able to pick up the pace on these games. Unfortunately, that hasn't happened. I've still been working quite a grueling pace. I haven't been able to recover my health the way that I thought I would, and therefore I haven't been able to complete these games in the time frames that I provided to Nintendo. So again, this entirely comes down to me. I am a solo developer, so it was an incredible promise to um, to even offer these 7 games. And so I'm immensely, immensely grateful to Nintendo for giving me the opportunity to work on these games and for allowing me to submit them. I'm immensely grateful, and I'm so grateful to everyone who uses their Wii U and 3DS still and are looking forward to the games. I appreciate all of you so much. At the end of August, we will no longer be able to use eShop cards to add funds to our accounts. So if you are still looking forward, we still have 4 games that are going through approval process with Nintendo. I'll do everything I can to make sure those get through. So we're looking at the 2 Gaiden titles. That would be Gaiden Deathly Delusion Destroyers and Gaiden for the Wii U, and Vicarious Brothers. This is just how it is. My health has taken a substantial beating over the past couple months, and I'll level with you. It's I can't see straight. I'm working on multiple workstations on these games, and it for a while now it's been at a point where I really can't see straight. Everything is a bit of a blur, and I'm working furiously to get these games completed, but that causes issues. Your paperwork is going to suffer. You make poor judgments in terms of your communication and marketing. And those are things that I would like to make sure that I do better in the future. And the games do suffer if you are not at the top of your ability to perform. Then, of course, the games you'll find issues here and there. Um, but I'll always try to do my best to make the games as good as they can be, and if need be, to patch them and to fix the games to ensure that the end user has the best possible experience with these games. So that's where we are at. It's a bit of a shame these titles that it's looking likely I won't be able to get them through to Nintendo for the 3DS and Wii U. I'll see how I go. I'm still going to do my best, but we've gone over time a fair bit, and it's acceptable to say that, look, I got 4 games in in a couple months, and even that, I look back at that and I sort of think, how in Sam Hill did I do that? That doesn't seem possible, and I'm very excited about that. Um, and I'm looking forward to people being able to enjoy those titles. And it's a shame as the 3 remaining titles that I have yet to send the launch day versions to Nintendo, they're quite far along in development. And I've had testers experiencing the game, and they seem to really enjoy these games. So on the plus side of that is that these games won't disappear. If I can't get these games onto the Wii U and 3DS, then I will bring them to the Switch. Uh, and that way we will still be able to enjoy the ideas of these titles and the story and the lore, and I think they'll still be just as exciting, and more people will be able to enjoy them as well. So I just want to thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting these consoles, and especially thank you for supporting Nintendo. You know, these are all consoles that you and I, we love these consoles. We love the Wii U, we love the 3DS, and this is my way to show, uh, thanks to Nintendo for creating these incredible consoles that have given us the opportunity to spend and create positive memories with people that we care about, our friends and our family. You know, the 3DS and Wii U have given us an opportunity to share great memories with the people we care about. And this is just a way to where we can send these consoles off with one last hurrah, big positive launch, and say, yes, all right, these were great consoles. So thank you, everyone. I really appreciate that, and I hope you understand. I've done my absolute best, and I'll continue to do my best, but as human beings, we have limitations, and sometimes we can push things a little too far. Take care of yourselves, everyone, and hopefully we will see you again soon.